Hi guys, I hope that you're doing alright. So in this video, the Nurse Corner explains how Palestinians and Black Americans are alike. It's like we're literally a mirror of each other. And when I say we, that's just to mean Black people in general, right? And whatever is happening in Palestine or what has happened to Palestinian people is a literal mirror of what is happening to people, Black people, Black Americans in America and hospitals. Now again, there has been videos circulating of Black people washing their hands from Palestinians issue, but because Palestinians haven't been seen as much to support Black people, and they are also already deceased to us on a very large scale. And so do watch this video with an open mind. Let me roll the clips and then I'm gonna be back.
So as a Palestinian, when I say free Palestine, I am not just talking about Palestine. I started nursing school in 2015 in St. Louis, just a few miles away from where Michael Brown was killed by the police. And being in that city at that time, watching Black Lives Matter being born stirred up a lot of feelings for me as a Palestinian. I saw a country justifying a child being murdered by the state in the street. I saw the people protesting that murder being vilified. I was standing there protesting, watching a militarized police force with tear gas and rubber bullets marching towards me, and I thought, this is that. As a Palestinian, to understand what is going on in Palestine is to understand the de facto apartheid that Black Americans experience here in the States. It's not an accident that when my grandfather came here, he was told to sit at the back of the bus, and it's not an accident that he marched with MLK. It has been Black and Palestinian solidarity, and it continues to be Black and Palestinian solidarity. Because yes, Free Palestine is about Palestine, ceasefire now, and the military occupation of the Palestinian people. But it's also about resisting the global colonial hegemonic structure, because the shit happening there is happening here. If it is not Palestinian women and babies being killed by bombs in Gaza, it is Black women and babies being killed in American hospitals. If it is not Palestinian girls missing in the rubble in Khan Yunis, it is missing and murdered Indigenous women here in the United States. The rage I feel when I hear the names Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin is the same rage I feel when I hear the names Shireen Abu Akleh and Ahmed Benasra. This is not to say that allyship is transactional, it is to say the only thing we have is each other. There is a reason that when people ask me about Free Palestine, I will point them to books about Black Lives Matter. When I say Free Palestine, yes, I mean Free Palestine, but I also mean Black Lives Matter. I also mean abolition now. I also mean reparations. I also mean land back. This movement cannot lose steam, not just because there is currently a genocide being perpetuated against my people, and every minute we don't do something, Palestinian lives are being lost, but because this is a global struggle for justice. It does not start and end with Palestine. We will not be free until all of us are free. The world is waking up. There has never been global solidarity for Palestine like this, and we have them so scared. The violence is so disproportional because we are challenging a global power structure. Don't let the momentum die, because this is about all of us. Ceasefire now, end the occupation, but know what I mean when I say Free Palestine. As a Palestinian, to understand what is going on in Palestine is to understand the de facto apartheid that Black Americans...
Oh yeah, wake that up, cousin. Wake it up. As a Black American who studies Black history and educates about Black history across the internet, oh my God. I've received the hate comments, I've received the DMs about how they were so surprised and shocked and disappointed in me about my book list about Palestine. Oh my sweet summer child, bless your heart, I have been talking about Palestine this whole time. Because the Black struggle and the Palestinian struggle is like this. It's like this. In the 40s, 50s, and 60s, Birmingham, Alabama was bombed so much they nicknamed it Bombingham. Palestinians got to drive on separate roads. Got to go through checkpoints on those roads. Literally right now, Black farmers across the South, all 2% of them, are being driven off of their land, being forced off of their farmland. You stole it once from the Indigenous people, now you're trying to steal it again. Palestinians are under the full control of a government that does not see them as human beings. Does that sound familiar? Like, what are we talking across the internet right now? People are shocked to see that some Israeli people are creating content mocking the deaths of Palestinians. Amy Till Mobley, Emmett Till's mom, talked about the hate mail that she received after the murder of her son, that he deserved it because Black people were animals. He was accused in hate mail and in the media of completely making up the circumstances of Emmett Till's death. Emmett Till's killers did an interview for Look magazine bragging about how proud they were of what they had done. To this day, the Emmett Till memorial plaque has to be made bulletproof because his memorial plaque was continuously vandalized with bullet holes. I'm only using Emmett Till because he's a popular example, but there are tens of thousands of stories just like that. Because that's how apartheid works. That's how genocide works. We haven't even gotten to this yet. Google it. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I don't know what y'all thought this was, but if y'all thought that a Black history, a Black education scholar was not going to stand 10 toes down Palestinian people's right to freedom, dignity, and to live a life free of colonialism, apartheid, and genocide. Think you can want black people to be free but not Palestinians? Oh, put yourself in a bowl with some pretzels, some dried fruit, and M&Ms, and make a trail mix because you are nuts.
So, from the interconnectedness of Black and Palestinian struggles article by Ajamu Amiri Delant, I hope I pronounced that correctly, of 2019, he said something. So he said Black support for Palestine has long existed, and he has cited that key historical figures such as Malcolm X, James Baldwin, and Amiri Baraka, and various Black organizations, including the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, and the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, supported Palestine. He says that their position and work on Palestine was fundamental. And also in his article, he says we have the potential to increase Black and Palestinian solidarity in new and profound ways. And one way to do this is through examining similarities in our struggles. So Black people in the United States and Palestinians are oppressed by the same capitalist, aristocratic, and imperialist systems. So therefore, the ways in which we resist oppression and respond to each other must be similar. For the most part, the dominant understanding of similarities in Black and Palestinian struggles has been through the paradigm of militarization. This is important and deserves more attention, but our similarities and struggles definitely go much deeper. He explained how oppressive forces try to control the consciousness of Black and Palestinian people, and they have done this through curriculums whereby they have removed the deepest of history for Black people in America, and so students are not really taught exactly how it was. The same thing, Palestinians are forced to learn history of Israel, whereas they don't learn much about Palestine itself. So there's a call to just work together with Palestinians and support one another side by side, even though Palestinians have been known to be a racist to Black people. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comment section.